did you know I met the guy that invented the Pop-Tart?
Pop-Tart?
Pop-Tarts. Who doesn't love Pop-Tarts?
Love Pop-Tarts.
How'd you run into this guy?
What?
Ron Hayes.
Ronnie Hayes.
He was the president of American Crystal Sugar back in the late 80s, early 90s.
He came up with a Pop-Tart?
He invented the Pop-Tart.
Come on.
How does one invent a Pop-Tart?
Well, you take toaster strudel.
Yeah.
And you put it in
Squeeze everything out.
Squeeze it all out.
I mean, it's arguably
Flattening.
one of the, as a kid, I mean,
It's a
it was one of the
classic.
most solid breakfast.
Brown sugar.
Yeah.
Well-
Cinnamon brown sugar.
Oh
Yeah.
my
If
goodness.
you
Simple.
Toasted.
Don't even need it toasted.
No, you
No,
don't.
you
You
need it
don't
toasted.
need it
You could just
toasted.
eat it on the car on the way
No.
to school.
You know what? You were finicky enough, though. I think you took off the
crust.
perimeter, didn't you? Take the
Heck
crust
yeah.
off. You just went for the filling.
did. We would cut ours with a knife. You'd cut it up into
What?
strips.
That's
Well,
psychotic.
you could have mom and dad do it because he was that finicky.
I
Him
wasn't
and
gonna
his
touch
little
it.
brother would start bawling if it wasn't cut up right.
Cut up in strips. That's how we had our Pop-Tart. But only the cinnamon brown sugar.
I know.
See,
And then you
I
really,
like the
yeah, go ahead.
I like the cinnamon roll ones where they
Those are good.
Get the little drizzle on top.
See, if I'm gonna eat it raw, normally
Not
s'mores.
toasted. S'mores. S'mores is good
the
too.
best.
I do like s'mores toasted
But
though.
brown sugar is toasted is so good.
So hands down, we all agree brown sugar is the best.
It's the classic.
Have you ever
I'm not
put
a
a
big-
little
I don't-
melted butter on there, too?
No.
Oh, yeah.
So a
That's
heart
whole
attack
different
on
level.
a
It
paper
is.
towel.
Well,
Well,
my
Lucas likes his
cholesterol's high.
double stuffed. His Pop-Tarts.
Imagine if
Is
they
that a
made a
thing?
double stuffed Pop Tart.
Not a thing. It's just a callback to
I would
our
buy
Oreos.
that. I would buy that so fast. A double stuffed Pop Tart.
He's like, it's the classic.
It would be a classic. It'd be an instant classic.
Might be onto something.
Double stuffed Oreo. Then it's
Call him up.
or double stuffed.
Ronnie Hayes.
That's just- see,
Ron's
that's
passed
just a-
away.
oh,
That's just a toaster strudel.
You could still
now.
call him.
we
May
could
he
still
rest in
call him.
peace.
Yes. Thanks.
He was an
thanks to
avid
Ronnie.
golfer, loved golf. The story, I believe he was working for General Mills.
Heard of it?
Yep.
Yep. And I think he was like at a coffee shop and the idea came to him. And unfortunately, because he was like a salaried staff member, he gave him the idea and he never benefited from the idea.
Oh,
Come on.
you got to make it right.
That hurts.
That is tough.
Unlimited Pop-Tarts for life. I'll take it.
Deal. I would make that deal. I would take it.
Anyways.
I would take it. All right. Well, let's get into this. Welcome back to another round at Sweet Shots. For those of us watching, welcome to the new DJ's Lounge.
Coming
I think
live.
it's pretty official now, right? Other than the
Yep. We're really close. Thursday.
Thursday.
So that's for us filming and recording this right now is on a Tuesday. So on 2 days from now, we're doing
It's
a ribbon
official.
cutting. It's official.
Ribbon cutting,
We're
yep.
super excited.
DJs, this new menu is phenomenal.
It
I
is.
don't know. I don't know how much of the menu you guys have had, but holy cow, is that good? The spaghettis and meatball, spaghetti and meatball,
Spaghettis and meatball?
spaghettis, multiple strands.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
The meatballs are phenomenal.
They are.
In the meatball sub, a little different. I mean, you switch it up a little bit. I really enjoy it. I haven't had a bad thing yet. I
Right.
haven't had a bad thing. Also, the fun thing on Mondays, the Maris Mondays that you guys are doing.
Maris Mondays, sport trivia. Get your team. Can be 2 guys, 3 guys, 4 guys, 6 guys. It doesn't have to be guys. Could be ladies.
People.
Individuals. Starts next Monday, and then each week there'll be qualifiers for the Grand Championship that's going to take place in June around the Maris event.
And that is just sports trivia.
just sports trivia.
Only sports. So
Could
if you
be
like your sports,
lacrosse, could be cricket. I don't know. Are those
cricket's
sports?
like one of the most. Yeah, cricket's one of the most popular sports in the world.
Okay, I don't know
If you knew that,
jack about.
we have them on the. So you can practice on the Sims downstairs.
Okay,
Wouldn't even know how to practice.
But you also have the wing deal, right? 61 wings for $61.
$61.
that's right.
yeah.
Yep, and then we're going to donate dollars to Roger Maris Cancer Center as a partnership with them for
Awesome.
all those orders. So
And they're good wings.
And that's part of the Monday night is part of the broader branding of this space, right? So there's always something to do at DJ's.
Yes.
Whether it's the charitable gaming we have with the e-tabs or pull tabs, charitable bingo on Sundays. Really, this space itself could exist alone without the golf.
That's right.
And that's kind of what we're trying to get that message out that, hey, this is not only is it great food, arguably, I mean, I would say our menu and the way Chef Marty executes the menu, it's as good as anything in town.
that's right.
Agreed.
Put it up against
Agreed.
anything, anytime. So you have that, but then literally every day there's something to do in
Something
this space.
going on.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so we're
fun.
excited about that.
That is great. I was fascinated by the what do you got there? Nut in there?
Yeah, I do. So, ironically, just one more thing. It's named after DJ, your grandfather's, our dad, and so now he has a bar named after him, a lounge, and he never drank in his life.
Never had a drop of alcohol.
That's awesome.
That was his nickname. He was a firefighter for the city of Moorhead for 35 years, and they nicknamed him DJ, and so that really stuck with him. So we're gonna also have some of his first responder items in here on the walls that let people know. You can even scan a little bit on the QR code, find out a little bit more about DJ and what that means and the service that he provided to our community and all first responders, what they do for our community. So pretty neat to be able to put that into this space.
Absolutely. He would have
well
loved
said.
it. He would have been here every day, I think.
Yep.
Sports trivia.
Drinking coffee in the morning and Diet Pepsis at night.
Yep. There you go. Well, I tell you what, it's been a while. I think a lot has happened since our last episode. Most recently, Mark and I, we were down at the PGA show in Orlando, which is why we didn't have a show last week. But that was a great time down there.
We should have recorded.
We
live
should have
from
done.
there.
We were waiting. We were sitting here on this end.
Well, what we need
We
to
were on
do,
call.
we need to get you guys down there. They've got like designated. I mean, the
now
setup they
they
had
tell us.
down there
Yeah.
was top notch.
We could have just
legit.
rolled in there and
Lights,
act like
everything.
we know what we were
Yep,
doing. and-
exactly. Sign the sign-in sheet. Yeah.
Next
Next
year we
year.
have to do it. You just
That'd
have
be
to
a
let
lot
them
of
know
fun.
you're coming.
Yep.
I think ahead of time, and then they have space reserved. You got to bring your own equipment though.
Yep. Well, they got like lights that makes us look good. Basically.
But it looks like you're somebody because you're kind of elevated and people are walking by you
No
on the
way.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, I
yeah,
like
it's good.
this.
so.
Well, the other guys, Cookie and those guys, did their show from there. But
Did they?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Oh.
next year.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got to get you down there. But that's the PGA show is always fun. That was actually where this little podcast started. The idea for it anyway.
did?
We were leaving down there.
Yeah.
Did you guys make it to Old Red?
We did not.
No, we
saw
drove
it.
by. I took a picture of it, but we saved our $42 for 2 beers.
Yeah.
You guys
Good
talked
job.
this up though.
By
You
not
said you
going
were
in.
Well, we got
We were
busy. We
busy.
got busy. I forget. It's Bahama Breeze. We were down at Bahama Breeze. We did
All
lot of
the pros from the area got together for dinner one
Oh, I
night.
remember Bahama Breeze.
Yep. We
great.
had
Bahama
Bahama
Great
Breeze.
little joint.
Yep.
And this PGA show, they televised some of it on the Golf Channel.
We watched. Or I did.
Yeah, and it's huge.
Yeah,
Chuck, you've been
so
there.
I have. It's
It's hard to explain how big it is.
Well, the way that I explain it is they for this event, for the conference, whatever you want to call it, but they make a driving range indoors. Like there's
Correct.
enough space in there that you got
Right.
50 yards to the wall and you're hitting anything you want into the indoors. And then like Top Tracer had a booth. It was great to visit with them. They created their own range. Like that was their booth. I mean, it's huge. This place is just huge. You got just about every manufacturer was there. I don't think TaylorMade was there, but you had Callaway, Titleist, Mizuno,
Yeah, it's good.
Ping was there. I mean, it's just fun. You get to see all the new technology. The big thing to me was how much virtual technology, whether it's simulator, range technology, and just technology related to golf and not like the golf equipment.
Sure.
That was everywhere you turned was a simulator.
That's right. And a few years ago, Full Swing told us they weren't welcome on the show floor.
That's right.
They
Yeah,
were
when they were
like a
talking.
peripheral location. I don't know if it was a hallway or an off room. Maybe 2014, 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Is that
that
what he
sounds
said?
about right, yeah.
And now, I mean, it's, you probably have some of that major club manufacturer area. A quarter of it is virtual golf,
yeah.
sims or tracking systems. So what we're doing, we're really on that cutting edge of what's going on in the industry. We're never going to ever replace green grass golf, but there are more golfers now, according to the National Golf Foundation, participating in sim golf and or full flight golf like what we have through tracing technology.
Off course golf.
Off
Right?
course
That's
golf
what-
than on course golf. So that's definitely the trend. One thing that we were just privileged to be a part of. We met the lead instructor from, is it Grove 23?
Grove 23. Have you
Have
guys
you heard
seen
of that?
this?
No.
So
No.
it is like one of the most exclusive new clubs, and it's Michael Jordan's club.
The greatest
That's where
basketball
the
player of all
23
time.
comes from.
Sure.
And
Heard of
yeah,
him.
nice dig. Yeah,
I think
okay.
I've heard of them before.
And this guy Darren May is his name. Not to take over his
Yeah,
story.
no, tell it. Yeah.
Darren May, and he works with Top Tracer. He's like, I don't know, beta testers the right word, but anything that they're introducing, Darren he gets first dibs, and he uses the technology to train professional athletes, sometimes tour pros, and people that just want to get better that are members at this Grove 23. But Grove 23, there are no phones allowed on premises.
Wow.
So if you look it up, you're not going to see hardly any pictures of it from the golf course. And it's, I forget, nobody said how much it was to join. Or whatever,
I don't remember.
It's insane.
But he took how Michael Jordan learned the game of basketball and practiced the game of basketball and then competed in basketball, and he applied that method to golf. So there's different levels of practice, purposeful practice. So
there's aimless practice, purposeful and deliberate practice.
Yeah.
And the way that he just so eloquently put it, I mean, he was very, it's one of those things where you sit down there and it's like, yeah, that makes sense. And now you come back here and I'm like, okay, I'm glad I took notes because I don't know if I would have made sense of that. But, something like that where you just have the opportunity to learn from somebody in a position where they have essentially mastered their craft, right?
Yep.
Or is much further ahead than ours. So I'm really interested to bring that knowledge and that, what he's working on with Top Tracer is going to be available here. It's calling it Top Tracer Coach. And so to be able to apply that here that's going to be a huge step above anything else that's offered in town. Talking about like that purposeful and deliberate practice. This is how you get better. And it really stems from Michael Jordan.
Sure. Very cool. Of
So-
course it does.
cool.
Of course it does.
Greatest
Moves
player
the
of all
needle.
time.
Moves the needle. So, there's our little PGA show recap. That was
But we saw some stuff that was anybody that's got an idea, Chuck. You've been
how
there.
about that monster truck golf carts that you saw?
Yeah, I have that picture.
We're gonna throw that up.
I don't
Get us
know
in
how
there.
you get in and out of that golf.
It's got to be a step ladder. Have you seen this?
No.
It was
pull up that picture.
gigantic.
Kylie off the
golf
show.
on it.
Yeah, share
So
it.
it's literally like 5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Monster.
Just huge
Gotta
wheels.
get your clubs up there.
Exactly. Oh, I don't think you're getting clubs. Then you got a golf cart limo. Club car makes a golf cart limo. So think of a pontoon, but in a golf cart.
Okay.
It's $32,000.
Is that all?
Gosh.
Yeah. There you go. There's the monster
Oh,
truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely not getting clubs on
That's
there.
interesting. Okay. Well,
Going off-roading.
Share that for our listeners. So
Yep.
that
Yeah. No, that'll be on the
Seems
screen.
like
So-
a good idea.
great idea.
So stuff like that, right? So you got the super practical. Here's your simulator tech, and you got your not so practical monster truck golf cart. So it's a lot of fun. The people down there are great. It was a lot of time, a lot of good times.
How about the golf ball that teed up the ball for you?
Yeah, we saw that
We'll
at
put
demo
that
day.
online. That was
You got, I mean, it's all sorts. They got like the new invention center, and there's just a whole bunch of
yeah.
stuff. So he just suction. He knows where a
Bunch of
golf
stuff.
ball is. He just suctions and puts it on the tee. So it's
how about the
okay.
locker?
Then you got all this too.
That's a Alabama locker.
So you put this locker
on
on
your-
your golf
on your
bag, and
bag.
you can organize your tees and your ball markers and all this.
They're making
stuff.
everything. They
Yeah,
got
they're
everything
making
now.
everything. So stuff like that. It's just fun to walk around and find different things and have a good time. Chuck, you were there. You know what we're talking about.
It is. It's a great venue.
Good.
Nick, there's the inside of that locker.
Inside.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got everything in there.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
But while we were away, I mean, they were playing. Well, I guess let's jump before Torrey Pines. We didn't even talk about the Amex, the winner of the Amex. We're making history over here. We got an amateur that wins. First time since 1991, Phil Mickelson.
Yep.
Also, the first time, so he joins Tiger Woods as the first person, I guess he had already done it, but to win the U.S. Junior Am and the U.S. Am.
Yeah.
That's right.
Saw that too.
So he's the real deal.
He is.
He apparently
pretty good.
is.
Nick Dunlap.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Nick Dunlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dunlap. Great name in golf 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dunlap golf balls? Or did they just
Yeah,
make all...
Dunlop.
Oh, no.
Dunlop.
Go.
Dunlap.
We used to walk the wheat fields and find those out by our old house in Village Green. Village Green.
Yeah, put it in context. Before there were homes, they were actually growing
Wheat?
wheat.
Yeah.
They were.
So
Yeah.
you're right, Chuck. You're
Yep.
finding a lot of those balls.
Yep.
The other person that did it played for University of Oklahoma or Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State. Are they the Cowboys?
Yep.
Do you know the other amateur that won? And it was 4 or 5 years before Phil did it.
Nope.
No.
No.
Scott Verplank.
No kidding.
Oh.
Scott Verplank
Wow.
won.
I
There's a
don't
name.
hear him much.
Yep, and he was a college kid. Stayed in school and completed his school.
So
Wow.
that's the big question, right? Because that's that was when he won. Do you turn professional, or do you stay in school? Do you wait it out? But spoiler alert, he turned professional. But I guess to me, it was a pretty cut and dry decision because he's getting into all these elevated events, which are guaranteed paychecks.
Right.
and he gets into the Masters, and I guess he was going either way with his USAM victory, but he turns professional. So he's dropping out of school. He's going to turn professional. He's making his professional debut this week at Pebble Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So I think it's a no-brainer.
I do think, I mean, it's.
You think so, Nick?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
What
I'm
do you
at
think,
levels,
I agree.
I wonder.
at this point,
I didn't hear anything getting offered to him for Liv,
I didn't either.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't hear a thing.
but what that paycheck might have looked like. But
Wouldn't that have been something? He wins.
You go from college classes to
to
live.
Liv. Actually,
Big
somebody
money.
did. Somebody just committed from University of Tennessee. They're playing on John Rahm's team, and I can picture this face, but I can't.
Really?
Yep.
That's crazy.
And University of Tennessee, they sent out a whole big deal from Tennessee to Live or something like that. But
Well, I'm happy for him. By all accounts, he seems like a genuine kid. Obviously, very talented.
yeah, he's 20 years old for a kid that's 20. He's
He was composed. You can't. That's a personal decision. Obviously, I think times have changed. Scott Verplank probably didn't have all this upside. Not guaranteed, but when you're in the events that Nick's going to get into,
well, yeah, and that's it.
no cut events, right? I mean, he's going to make.
I can't remember what the bottom paycheck is, but it's enough to. It's more than yearly salaries and for an everyday guy just to show up,
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So
And nothing's guaranteed. He could have got hurt, injured, who knows what
right.
his last couple of years of college. So
Yep.
if he's obviously had great success other than giving up that opportunity and maybe win something with his teammates, but he'll have enough money.
I don't know that
show up.
I don't know that his teammates are too hurt by that.
No, I
That's-
don't think
right.
so.
You win
I
a
think they
tour
understand.
then. Yeah.
Well, there's the video of them. They were all celebrating. They were in the
van. Yeah.
together. Traveling.
Exactly. That's
But-
super cool.
Speaking of amateur Knicks winning against pros, you remember the time we played in The Sims straight up 1-on-1 and I beat you?
Oh my god.
Last year?
Oh, Joe's versus pros
Yeah, it was
again
Joe
happened.
Versus pros,
That was
and
last
you were
year.
gonna give me 4 strokes aside.
Oh.
And
You
after-
played up 2 sets of tees.
Oh.
I don't know that part.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah,
But fine, we'll play straight. Yeah, no, we
played
played
straight
straight
up.
up
We
from
ended
it was the St. Andrews new course. And you might be, I still think to this day, no matter what it is, you're the luckiest person alive.
Sim golf
How many
specifically.
times did you hole out that round?
That round just once.
Twice.
That
Maybe.
round.
Was it twice?
It was twice.
Well,
you hold out
once
from like
the-
200 for like eagle.
from the gun. She's like,
Yeah, from
It
the
went in?
Grass
If
for
we're
my-
playing,
grass for
St.
my
Andrews
knees.
we're playing St. Andrews new course for real. He's got hip high waist. He can't even
something
get the
in
ball.
the Sims. I
And
can
he just flushed it in the Sims, rolls up there and falls
Goes
in.
in.
Eagle.
Yeah.
Then he chips in
Chips
later.
in, I
And yeah, it was. I
No,
think
we
I
had-
lost by like 1.
we
or
had a
something
crowd.
like
We
that.
had everyone around. For some reason, everyone was
tough.
cheering against me. They wanted,
Well, naturally,
which
I
doesn't
would
make any
think.
sense. The am.
Yeah.
But
No,
took
that
me
was
down.
tough. I told you we need
Straight up.
a
We'll do a
rematch. We'll pick a new course. Torrey Pines, something like Torrey Pines. I would have played there.
Say, just get back on the rails here a little bit. Speaking of Liv, you see who jumped to Liv?
Tyrrell.
Tyrrell Hatton.
I mean, he's also playing on John Rahm's team. He's got a decent team now, but that one, I believe if we go back a couple episodes, I called that one.
Yeah, you did.
Between
You
it
did.
was
Yeah, you
Finau or Hatton. And from what I read, it was kind of a last minute deal. It was kind of dark a night. All right, I'll do it.
I'm not a big Hatton guy, so this one doesn't bug me.
I've never been either.
I was
but-
gonna like him because he was gonna stick around, play PGA Tour. Now I don't like him again.
Sure.
But again, those guys must know. We were talking a little bit before the show. I think there must be. The European Tour said you play Live, you're not playing on our Ryder Cup teams. There's 2-year window before there's Ryder Cup again. There's speculation that there must be inside information that they're probably going to let those guys get back on the Euro. There's probably going to be a decision where they say, yeah, you can play on the Ryder Cup team. Because he's been on record saying, that's why I'm not going to Live. I love the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think these guys know more, and even more it's coming out where they're saying that there's been significant headway between the PIF and the PGA Tour about making a deal. And I think there's more being told that, hey, something's going to happen, and if you want that guaranteed money, like they're getting, I think I saw 50 million is what he got, 50, 60 million.
That was
for going over there.
63.
Is it 63? So, I mean, if you're going to get the guaranteed money and be let back on PGA Tour, I mean, I could see why he's doing
Why
it.
not? Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's a tough Legion 23 team. Rahm, Tyrrell, University of Tennessee guy, and one other guy. I don't know. But Yeah, it was funny. I saw a tweet today that John Rahm was quoted when he was asked about his team name, and Legion 23 was like a subdivision in the Roman army, and they were like the best one.
Oh.
And they were very loyal to the Roman Empire. They were like the last ones or something like that. And in his quote, he said that he values loyalty, and that's why
Oh boy.
that's
Okay.
why he picked that.
All right.
There's somebody that
jump
jumped ship.
yeah.
Oh.
Value
Yeah,
loyalty,
make it
but
yeah.
going over to live.
But all right, let's talk last week because Torrey Pines. That's kind of my week. You know, we were talking before the show. You like this week. You're a Pebble Beach guy. You know, maybe because you played it. I like Torrey Pines. I've played it. I enjoy that. It's a beautiful golf course. Still kind of in that resort course phase because you're playing 2 courses to start. Cut down to the one. But pretty exciting finish when you look at it. Yeah,
Sure.
first Frenchman to win in 105 years. I
Amazing.
think.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Happy for him.
Yeah, I mean it's great, and he took a very interesting route on 18. He only had a 1-shot lead. He missed a little shorty coming in, and pulls it. Did he pull it left off the tee? He's playing hopscotch basically, and they're like, all you got to do now. Dottie Pepper and Jim Nance might be the other reason why I like it so much. Is these guys? They're so good.
Jim Nance
CBS.
did that from
Kansas City or
no, wherever the playoff game was on
Baltimore?
Baltimore. He called it from Baltimore.
We've talked
Really?
about that before. Where
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like you know
crazy.
what it doesn't matter the sport, but a lot of these guys could just be doing it from their couch.
Yeah, they could do it
right?
from home. It's like the Manning cast, but a little more professional.
Just a little more professional.
Yeah.
But
That's cool.
yeah, I love listening to Jim Nance. When if I ever have a movie, I want him to narrate. I love Jim
You like
Nance's
his voice?
voice. Love his voice.
Great voice.
Okay.
But yeah, Jim and Di, they were talking about after his tee shot, his second shot. They say all you got to do because 18's a par 5. All you got to do is just lay this up in a fairway. Just lay it up in the fairway, and he hits it into the right rough. And the rough was.
Dick.
Who said it? Was it like Max Homa or Tony Finau said it was longer than the U.S. Open rough that was there?
Oh boy.
So dangerous to be in
I
there.
think Dottie said it's growing. You could hear it grow.
You can,
It was growing that fast. That's good.
well, they got a ton of rain down there, and
Yeah.
so yeah. And then he's in the right rough, and he hits it to like 10 feet and drains it for birdie to win by 2.
Wow. That's a
It's
good way to
pretty
finish.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I will say I saw a couple things online where looks like he may have fluffed his lie.
I saw that too. Step
Did
behind
you?
it.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. Looks
Video footage looks
looks
like
like a pretty deliberate step behind. You can't see his ball because the rough is too long.
Yep.
But it looks pretty deliberate. But you can't see it. So
On
then you go back
18?
to on 18.
18.
How does
Yeah.
he even, how do you
So
go
no way.
about-
So
Like
people are saying
pretending-
that's
No
why
way.
he's got so much spin.
No way. There's no way you'd do that in that situation.
because you got to know the camera's all over you.
All over
every
it.
camera? So that's what I was going to ask. Is how do you even go about
Fluffing your
fluffing
lie.
it without
Well,
getting
the-
caught?
Get the grass down
Well,
behind
yeah,
it,
you're
right?
going to get caught. Yeah, so you're going to push the grass. So then I think I
No
saw
way.
someone did a deep dive where it's like, no, he's focused. If he's going to focus on the ball, then he steps like way off to the side, but it's a deliberate step. So there's this whole debate. I'd like to believe he didn't step on the ball, but how crazy would that be if a little cheating
way.
scandal rocks the world here
No
at
way.
Torrey Pines?
That'd be tough.
You know what I had with the problem with the telecast? Not problem, but if I was a player, so I think it was a Jager.
Yep.
The
Steven.
fella- he fell off the pace.
Stefan.
Yeah, he was leading and he
Nice
couple
guy.
over.
I mean, he's a journeyman. He's been
Yep.
grinding out there. On 12, 13, tough par 4, you thought it was a par 5. He hooked his drive
15.
left, and Dottie Pepper's walking with her sound guy, and her sound guy got smoked by the ball.
Oops.
And the drive was not that far off the fairway. I mean, and it hit him and went further in the rough.
Oh,
there's a
no.
tree, so now he's got to kind of work it around the tree. If it would have just been not interfered with, he would have had a straighter shot to
Just
the
a
green.
straight bounce off the.
Yeah, he did. He hit it short of the green. I think he got it up and down for par. It didn't end up mattering. But I'm like, if I was that player, she does not need to be, and she does a great job. I actually
Well,
really
you
like
said it was
how
her
she-
sound guy, right?
She was walking with her sound
Oh,
guy,
okay.
and they turned their back because the
gets
ball was coming
wailed.
in and it hit him, and it kicked more towards the crowd. In my opinion, she should be walking right on that rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Think about
that could
how-
have been a real bad
Think
break
about how
for
good
him.
that ball got picked up on the sound.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways, just an
Yeah.
observation.
No, that's a funny story. Yeah, when I played that, did I tell you that story? When I played down there, it's first year, I was probably sophomore in high school.
Yep, probably.
And we get to hole 15, and it's all sea level, so the ball's not flying super far. Plus, I'm about 4 inches shorter and 60 pounds lighter.
Sure.
So I'm hitting it like 230 or 250 here, and I'm 230 there.
Yeah.
And we get to hole 15, long par 4 along the water. Not much going on it, but it's just long. I go driver hybrid to the front edge of the green. It's a huge green. It's as big as this lounge.
Practice round. This is
Practice round. So Mark's caddying for me, and we get up to the green, and I look at him, I go, you know what? It's not bad. I like this. This is a good par 5. He looks at me, he goes, it's a par 4.
Oh, no.
I go, oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Well, let's get enough for par.
I was just a great drive, and I roasted a hybrid, just got to the front edge. Par 4.
Par 4.
Thanks.
Ouch.
We had later on in the tournament, we were playing hole 16s along par 3 coming back towards the ocean. And in the afternoon, the wind blows off the ocean about 10, 15 miles an hour. And the last day before they made the cut, I never made the cut, but last day before they cut, we played it all the way back at 230 yards. And I watched a kid in front of me hit driver short of the green. And I hit 3-wood just over the left bunkers. I still had to chip. I think I made par. But that course is so difficult. It's so hard.
Wow.
But
230.
I love Torrey Pines. It's a great venue. I think it's a great golf course. It's a really good test. I do think it gets a little quirky when the rough gets a little long like that. But it's fun nonetheless. That to me is kicking off golf season.
Yeah.
Okay.
To me,
Sure. Hoagie made the cut.
Hoagie made the cut.
Saw that.
Played pretty solid coming down the stretch. And to report back, because we were talking about it in our last episode, underdog rivals, they match up everybody. If you're looking for course advantage,
Yeah.
they match up everybody. So
Saw
that's,
that.
I didn't,
They've gotten wiser.
I've been skunked the last couple rivals that I've tried. It hasn't been good. I think I pushed a couple of them, so I made a little bit. I wasted it again. So,
Okay. All right.
I'll give it another try here at Pebble. I like the rivals going
I haven't
head-to-head.
dabbled yet.
I like them.
I got to dabble.
Yeah,
It's 50-50, right? Kind
Okay.
of. So
kind of.
kind
If
of
you were to do one leg,
true. Yeah.
do a couple. So
Well, you
Not
only
quite.
pick the locks, right? You just pick the
Pick
locks.
the wins.
So, all right, moving to this week. We're gonna get into it quick here. We got Pebble Beach, updated, right? Just coming out. They cut the field size, so now it's 80 players. I think we're still playing all 3 courses. I know 2 for sure.
I don't know.
You're-
I could
you're-
look it up.
Yeah,
I was
So-
shocked that it's a limited field. You know,
we went to an elevated event. So now
Yeah,
last year the Phoenix Open was an elevated event. This year it's Pebble Beach is an elevated event. Like you said, this is a great golf course, great test. And this is, I think, the PGA Tour's way of getting the best players in the world to play at Pebble Beach.
Yep.
Because I think previously it's been, I don't know if gimmicky is the right word, but it's a funky golf course. That's why Tiger stopped playing there, was because if you got the afternoon wave, there's so many people on that golf course. And because of the Poana and the greens get bumpy, and it's just it's a putting contest, So
This is Rory's first tournament. In
PGA. In the
On our
PGA.
end.
Yep.
I saw
And
he's
you
in
got-
the field.
Yeah, you got Rory, you got Scotty, Xander's up there,
Jordan,
Jordan Spieth,
Hovland.
Justin Thomas,
Morikawa.
Morikawa. I mean, you got some
big
serious
names.
names.
Pebble and Spyglass. So they're not playing the Monterey
two.
Country Club.
Okay.
So just the 2. And Spyglass is harder than Pebble Beach for those that are looking.
Is it?
Yep, Spyglass plays generally a stroke. I think a stroke harder. Which we have both of them on our Top Tracer system. So come on out this week and try and beat the pros, because that'd be fun.
And it's a no-cut event.
No cut. Yeah, they moved to a no cut. So kind of helps you when you're looking at budget picks
Sure
for
does.
DraftKings.
Yep.
Did you guys do your teams? You guys
Oh,
have your-
yeah.
Our
Oh,
teams, yeah.
Well, I feel pretty good about my teams. I don't know who we're going with. Nick, do you still have the fictitious goat?
I
He does. He's got the goat.
Are you leading off then?
Yes, I'll lead us off.
Do you have any other points of interest? Our resident
I hope
Pebble?
Bill Murray's still playing. I know he's not on the DraftKings, but I always get a kick of the antics of
Right,
Bill
because
Murray.
it's a pro-am.
It's a
right?
true
So-
pro-am. And so that'd be, if they go from 155 down to 80, think of all the amateurs that don't get the opportunity to play in that pro-am. But that's just the way
How old is Bill Murray now? Because I don't know. I'm not going to say he's looked old,
He's
but
old,
He's getting up there.
getting up there, right?
Boy, if I was a betting man,
closing
he's
in
got to
on-
be in
I
mid-70s.
was gonna say closing in on 80.
70s, maybe.
He's
You
an
could
old.
probably Google that, but I think I would guess
Yeah.
mid-70s. Yeah.
Bill Murray. He's a character out there. That's for sure. That's for sure. He keeps it light. Keeps it light. So, all right, Nick, let's
All
take
right.
it up.
Let's
All
go
right.
for it.
Yep.
Got a couple big names. I went Scheffler.
Heard of him?
Yep, you've probably heard of him. Then I went Jordan Spieth.
Ooh, okay.
Then I
You
went.
remember the time he almost died on hole 8?
Yes. Why was he doing
Oh
that?
my goodness,
Yeah,
you
he's-
guys! I don't
that
do it.
ledge
We've talked
hit
about
that
that
ball on
before.
the edge.
Why?
It was literally like
nuts.
that was a death-defying stunt.
Just foot away.
Unbelievable, that guy.
Yeah,
That's the magic of Jordan Spieth, though. God, I love that guy.
yeah.
Crazy.
Camera,
But yeah,
in
Jordan Spieth.
cameras, and they don't do it justice, right?
Well,
I mean,
the
in
one
person-
the drone
overhead,
shot
yeah, the
did.
overhead.
Yeah, the drone shot did
blimp.
it justice.
Holy
Oh,
crap.
gross. All right, not to cut you off, but
All
that
right.
was silly.
Then
Okay.
I got Byung On.
Ben On.
He's been
Ben
solid.
On.
been
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
well.
he's
season.
playing
Yep.
well. Yep.
And then I got JT Poston.
Yep, he's been playing good.
Cool.
Yep. Luke List.
Oh, I like that one.
Kurt Kitayama.
Kurt. He hits it hard.
Yep.
I saw
Those are
that,
the guys.
this one, it's Pebble Beach is it's not long for these guys
No.
anymore, right? But it's also the smallest greens on tour. Is that right?
small.
They're
Yeah.
tiny.
Tiny.
I think the fun fact is every green on the front 9 at Pebble Beach can fit inside the 18th green at St. Andrews.
Heard that.
Combined, yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
square
You
footage.
take all
Yeah.
of the greens at Pebble
Yeah,
Beach,
they're small.
front 9, put them
crazy.
inside one green at St.
That's crazy.
Andrews.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Yeah, I mean the first hole at Pebble is kind of you'd see it at Edgewood.
Yeah,
and
short
I'm not
little
knocking
dogleg right?
Edgewood at all. It's just a little dogleg right that it's sloped and you have to be in the fairway. But there's that, but it's not like you're standing on the first tee. You're like, I can't believe what I'm
Right.
looking at here.
Right.
You are in cabins and a 385-yard par 4 dogleg
Well,
right. That's
dogleg right.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
Crazy.
that's a
Yeah.
solid team.
Not bad, Nick.
Well,
it's
not
good
bad.
I went with a
It's
different
good
strategy.
I think it's non-scratch.
I sorted by fantasy points, and then I went by cuts. So
You
I
know, it's a
combined-
low cut event.
It's a
I know,
non-cut
I know.
event.
But none of these guys have missed the
Fantasy
cut.
points.
But then I went by fantasy points. So
Sort by fantasy
sorted
points. That's
by
good. I
fantasy
like
points.
that. Yeah.
and then
We're getting heckled.
whatever cuts.
Okay.
But yeah, it is.
It's a good theory.
So
I hope it works for you.
Yeah, me too. But not that well.
not that well.
Chef, so you went with the top dog.
All right.
Our
Chuck,
Rory's-
you
Rory's
go.
top. Rory's top dog.
Yep.
Okay. Me?
You go?
Okay.
Yeah.
I took a different approach. I did not go with the 10K guy so that I could be a little more balanced. I went with a guy that's won here before, Tom Hoagie.
Yep.
Yep.
Like that.
Good value, 7,500. I thought. Yep.
6,700.
67. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Wow.
better
Steal.
value.
It was really good.
Then my next cheapest is Mr. Yeager, who played well last
Yep.
week. Steven Yeager.
Looks
Figured
for a
he's
little
fun.
bounce back.
It's going to be hungry.
Yep. And then I've got Fleetwood, Mr. Tommy.
Is this his
Yeah.
first PGA Tour event too?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. Then I got Tony Finau. I like where his game's at.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
been playing
solid
really
last
well.
week.
Yeah.
He's
Did
right
you
there.
see his putting though last week?
Oh, I don't worry about it.
So
he loves polo.
Yeah, he. It's the same greens.
And then I got Colin Morikawa
He's a good player.
Stick. Yep.
and Max Homa. Max is winning
Yeah,
this.
lot
Max
of good
Homa
names,
is
yeah.
trending. Yeah.
This is winning, by the way.
I don't think so.
That is a good squad, though.
I don't think so.
I like the averaged out.
You've got
8,000.
Arguably, you got Morikawa, Homa. Fleetwood can't win. Finau could. Three of my guys could win this
it.
one.
Yeah.
And Hoagie's the wild card who has won it there.
Yep.
I will see your 3 winners and
Okay.
take you to 4.
Let's hear it.
You ready for this?
4 winners.
So I'll start at the bottom. I got Luke List and Tom Hoagie.
Mm.
Okay. Luke List,
We both
he's,
have List.
he's
Okay.
hotter. He's gaining traction. Tom Hoagie's won here before. Okay. Then on my next bump up, Justin Rose. Tell me Justin Rose can't win here?
Solid.
He just won. He's defending champion.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he's a value at 7,500.
I,
That's a
yep,
good
I
value.
don't argue.
Okay. Next up, I got Matt Fitzpatrick. Matt
We saw
Fitzpatrick's
him
coming in. Yeah.
at the PGA
You
show.
signed him
I
for
saw him on
sketches,
TV.
yeah. Sign him for schedule. So I got
They showed him that
Matt
day.
Fitzpatrick. He can win here.
Okay.
Then I got Patrick Cantley, who's got a great track
Oh, man, he's a
record here.
machine.
He's got a great track record. He could win here.
Yeah.
And I finished it off with Scotty Scheffler because how could you not?
That's solid.
Scheffler too.
It's a good
yeah.
team.
It's a good team. We have some
Ford Scheffler
similarities.
like that,
So I like your
So
team.
I went with part recent history, and then
Yeah.
it's just some
Yeah,
machines.
I like it. I like it.
You have your team on his phone?
I'm
How does that work?
recording. You can wave hi to everybody.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
how that works.
Yep.
Welcome to the podcast.
That's funny. Okay, so those are nice pretender teams and all, but I actually did some research
This ought to be good.
and talk about guys that can win this week. Okay, so Justin Rose, defending champion.
Yep.
That means something. Now, Hoagie, past champion. I got him. He's such a good value at 6,700.
No cut.
No cut. Scheffler, how do you not have Scheffler on a team? I mean,
That's why I have
you
him
look
on.
at
Three of
his
you guys
fantasy
have him.
points
Gotta
per
have
game,
him.
128.
Somebody-
He's overrated.
Okay. And then here's where the magic comes in. Eric Cole,
Yeah.
Just missed cut. He's going to be.
4 top
Just missed
10s.
He went 78, 76.
I know.
I looked. Yeah.
4 top 10s, though. He's going to be hungry.
He's going to be angry. Mm-hmm.
Max Homa.
Yep.
The guy's
Yep.
game is made for here in Riviera.
Yep.
So, and he's won at Riviera.
He's a West Coast player.
Yep.
Got to pick him now.
Yep. And then I honestly think this guy's going to get his first win. And
Tommy Fleetwood.
I'm not a fan of his at all. At all.
Okay.
But I think Bo Hostler is poised to win.
Really?
Bo Hostler.
You are not a Bo Hostler guy.
No. I saw
Wow.
him at the 3M, and the language he used around kids and women was not appropriate. So I'm not
Oh my
taking him
goodness.
based on his
Children.
personality.
Wow.
But he's a California guy, and he's 7-7 cuts, 3 top 10s, and he finished strong last week
Okay.
at Torrey.
Okay.
So mark my words.
You know who I couldn't find on there? Because Tyrrell was going to play in this. Did you
Yeah.
know that? Tyrrell hadn't.
Right.
And he withdrew.
Yep.
So that means that Hayden Buckley fills his spot. You know who I couldn't find on here? Hayden Buckley. And
Have you looked
why-
recently?
Yeah, just when I made my
Okay,
team.
okay.
And the reason I say that is because his track record here, and I bet you he would have been a heck of a value pick. He's played 4 times. He WD'd once. Then he was T33, and he was top 10 the other 2 times.
Plays it really well.
And he just
Wow.
got into the field. So he plays
Well,
really well here.
Let's keep eyes out.
Yep.
They
Yeah,
might
you can
add him.
adjust.
That'd
Yep.
be a nice.
So that's my
How about that
sleeper
Dunlap
pick.
guy? No, none of us have Dunlap on a team.
I almost did. I looked for a while. I'm like, I just.
What's
don't
his
think-
price? Do you remember?
68, I think.
Okay.
About there.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because I sorted
Imagine.
the reason it popped
By
up is because
fantasy
when I
points.
sorted by fantasy points, he was like 109 fantasy
Yeah.
points. I'm like, no, there's no way.
Imagine Nick Dunlap goes back to back in
I was
his
like, there's no
professional
way
starts.
he's up there again, right?
Didn't I hear
think so.
somebody put some money on him at Vegas? Like his odds were just crazy, but somebody had picked him.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
they
Nuts.
$300
put
on
I
him.
told you
It was like
yeah.
a lot of money.
Yeah, and I was
What?
like, how does a guy do that? And you're like, well, they had to have known something,
Or
right?
friend of his. Or something,
Yeah,
maybe.
and it was like $300, and they won like 15 grand or something
Nice.
like that.
I
Okay.
believe it.
Yeah,
Would have been a nice payout.
would have been a great payout. Do it again. Do it this time.
Yeah.
If you
We've done that.
parlay it,
Parlay
if
it,
you just
yeah.
parlay it, you're gonna be a millionaire. So, all right. Well, those are strong teams. I that's the best I felt in about a team in a while. So
This is
check
pretty
back.
sassy, LJ.
Yeah, check back next week, and we'll see how we end up. But this will be fun. I think
Eric
this will be
Cole
good.
missed. He played that bad, huh?
He's in his head.
Yeah, take a look.
Lucky
Take
for
a look.
you, there's no cuts missed.
And Nick
Yeah.
Dunlap's sounding pretty good right
right.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, he just updated. All right, he's a success. Keep it. Keep
Save
it.
Lock it in.
All right, there's a quick breakdown. There's a lot to get in there, but I think we hit it. We hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
It's good
So-
to be back together, boys.
Great
Yeah,
to
it
be
is.
back
Yep.
together.
Yeah, missed
Yep.
you guys.
And this weather's fantastic. So
Gorgeous.
get
Come
out
on
and
out.
enjoy it.
Yep. How can you complain? It's 40 degrees
40
in
degrees.
January.
Yeah.
Perfect temp to come
Does
out
not
here and
get
hit some
better
golf
than
balls, have
Absolutely.
some fun with
Yeah.
friends.
70 in those bays.
Yes.
Feels great.
At
So-
least.
Yep.
At least. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this round. Join us next week for another round, and we'll see you then.